So I decided to watch one of your interviews that popped up on the trending page the other day, where you take a girl, or it was a blind date.
It was a blind date, yeah. It was someone who watches a fan of our videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, she didn't know I was on the other side.
Yeah, so I decided to watch it, and they were kind of interviewing her to ask, just what are your thoughts about David? And she goes, it was just really cool that someone like David could bring a bunch of people with nothing, just no platforms together and just make something happen. I was like, David DM'd us on Vine.
That's so funny. Yeah, there was this girl was getting interviewed, and basically, I think she misspoke. I don't think that's how.
No, she definitely misspoke, but
But she made it sound like I pulled Zayn out of like the trash bin. It's amazing how David found him in a dumpster and then found Heath crawling under a bridge.
Do you think they laughed at that part? They're like, keep it in, it's funny. Yeah, or do you think they didn't even realize what they did?
I'm surprised they kept that in. It was funny.
Really? Was that bad?
Made me look pretty cool though.
I just thought it was funny. I didn't take offense to it at all. I just thought it was really
because you brought it up just now, like for the 4th time I've seen you.
Because it was funny. It was.
Sounds like you have a personal problem.
Did you tell her to say that? Was this something after we were like, yo, say this? And you just
no, I didn't. That was just from her watching the videos. That's just the impression she got from you.
Just from nothing.
The impression she got from Zayn was, that guy has nothing.
No. All he has is alcoholism.
No, that's not what she meant. She just meant that we're a fun friend group. What's your all-time favorite memory of working here? Or of any of the videos?
I don't know why. I feel like I always blank on like what we do.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's just like I don't even know what day it is, let alone like what video we posted or made like a week ago, you know? Like it's so hard to pinpoint something.
What's your honest opinion of this podcast?
I love the podcast. I think it's fun. I genuinely, before, like when I first started working here and you and Jason were doing the podcast and stuff, and like I had no part of any sort of like production, anything or editing or anything. And you and Jason would go into a room, lock yourselves in the room, and I would just sit in the living room and do my own thing. And so when the podcast would get posted and I would be running errands the next day, like I would genuinely listen to the podcast and like.
You would listen to the podcast back home too, right?
No, I didn't listen or watch to anything that you did.
Oh, really?
Before I moved here, yeah.
Wow.
Unless like somebody brought it to my attention.
Natalie, my best friend, everybody.
I don't know.
Couldn't date her because she's not a fan.
Don't date her 'cause she's not a fan. Yeah.
Natalie, would you rather hook up with David or Jeff?
Ooh.
This one's easy.
I'd definitely rather hook up with Jeff.
100%. Yeah. I mean, if you gave me that, well, no, I'd probably choose you just because you're a girl. But yeah, that one's easy. Why is it? Jeff just came running into the room. Jeff's here.
Make out with me, kiss me, Jeff.
Jeff, grab a mic. Grab a mic.
He's been waiting.
Taylor.
Jeff is now on top of me.
Did somebody say that Natalie wants to hook up with Jeff?
No, I gave her the option between me and you, and that one's easy.
Oh, okay. Out of everybody, and out of our friends
in the world,
besides like the celebrities. Actually, no. Todd's still included. I'm out of here. I'm going back to editing.
Why is Natalie so gorgeous? Zayn, stop sending in the questions.
Oh, I was just going to answer it, but okay.
Do tell.
Have your feelings towards Natalie changed? No, not at all. Taylor, this is for both of you. This is for the two assistants, Natalie and Taylor. What is your goal in life? And how long do you see yourself working here with me?
Taylor says YouTuber.
Yeah, that's the scariest, when someone works for you and they want to be a YouTuber because their intentions aren't the right. You want to be a YouTuber, Taylor? I didn't even ask.
Yeah, actually, I was just gonna ask. I would never.
What are your greatest tips on being
Taylor?
a YouTuber?
You gotta hold the mic.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah. How long do you plan on working here? What are your goals?
Okay, well, I want to say that working here has made me realize that I don't know what the fuck I want to do with my life.
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel like there's just so much opportunity. Like you're introduced to so many different avenues of things. Like when I first left college, I thought like I had an idea of like what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And
you wanted to study plants.
No, I didn't want to study plants. I wanted nothing to do with fucking plants. I hate when you say that. It's another pet peeve of mine.
What did you? I thought you studied plants in college.
I didn't. I was an environmental science double major. Okay.
Boring.
Okay, sorry.
But no, I really wanted to be like a brand manager of a luxury brand, like a Gucci or a Louis or something, and like work on their like.
Wow, I could totally see you doing that.
Yeah, me too.
That is so crazy.
That's what I really wanted to do. And now, I mean, I still think that's really cool, and I would love to do that because I think fashion is really fun. But I don't know if that's my end all be all.
So how long do you see yourself working here?
Well, until the ship sinks, you know?
Sure. A couple months.
No, I mean, I love a couple months, yeah. I love working here and hanging out with everybody, and we get to do really cool stuff that I don't know where else I would have the opportunity to do the things that we do and make the things that we make. But I don't know until I don't want to anymore, you know?
Right on. Taylor, what about you?
Date.
Not to be boring, but I would second that. Like, I think going into this, when you're like in it and doing something different every day, you realize how many different skills that you're kind of getting better at that like you never would.
What did you expect when you started working here, and how is that different?
I didn't know what to expect, but I knew I had a good feeling that like I was going in the right direction of like what I was good at, meeting what I was going to be doing every day. Like, I think the amount of diverse and just crazy different things that you and me both do, and I mean that you come up with. So I think that it takes like a certain person to be able to fully be able to like wrap your head around how to do it.
Let me ask my question. When you took this job, Taylor, did you think it was going to be like, a job like, hey, I'm going to do this job for like a couple months and then I'm going to find something else? Or were you like, hey, let's see how long I can stick with this job for? This isn't a trick question. I'm just genuinely asking.
Yeah.
And then tell me now what you think about it.
When I like commit to something, it's always like full force. Like I like to be in the present, so I would never like commit to something if I didn't see it long term. And I would never just be like I could never commit to something and then just be like, oh, in 3 months, like I'll just like keep applying and like see if something's better. Like I would, like once I'm in like invested,
sure, I'm
fully invested.
Makes sense. How did you have any other jobs before this?
Yes.
How many jobs?
I would say like 3.
3. Where would this rank?
Top.
Number 1?
Oh my God, last.
Number 1.
Oh my God, I fucking hate this place.
But I did just graduate, so it wasn't like
Right.
I'm like
It's
in
not
a
like you're a
corporation.
30-year-old person that has
Right.
like worked a bunch of stuff.
Sure.